And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to our second series of the broadcast. Welcome back to the round 16. We're jumping in mid-series here, as looks like game 1 did occur off stream, but we're jumping into game number 2. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Terran player representing Clan X-Space. It is PatieNt. We go. And I'm a little bit less familiar with PatieNt as a player. I have seen him from time to time pop up in these brackets and is more of an amateur player, and we'll see how he can compare here to Gerald. Again, when it comes to these early first round matches, there might be a little bit more of a skill disparity between the two players. We'll be mainly here to follow them into the next round, and we'll see if PatieNt can hold his own as he does open up 2x Reaper. Okay, so cheeky build here by PatieNt, throwing down his second racks in the main base. Likewise, can also fully wall off to keep his opponents in the dark. You have my attention. Let's go. Let's go. It's the PatieNt. Unfortunately, not Patience. That feels bad, man. Feels bad. But almost there. So from here, we are going to be setting up. So far, Gates Hyper expand out of Gerald. Likewise, that PatieNt back at home. Not 2x Reaper is making Marines, which means we're looking for, I would imagine, an earlier stim timing into 3x, maybe even a 4x one base all in. Reactor is on the way, no tech lab yet. Going for another reactor as well. Interesting. That's a still mining gas. Still getting everything up and running. We're expecting more Raxes, and this is looking more and more like a one base all in. Okay. And we'll see if Gerald can get a piece or can get an idea of what's going on. No sentry yet. Does open Stalker first. So Stalker base opener, there we go. Sentry follow-up, does need that hallucination. Marines are amassing. I'm still concerned about the lack of tech lab. Again, if that was a tech lab instead of a reactor, we could start stim. Like we have the money. We have the money for it. Where's the stim? Where's the upgrade? What's going on? As we're banking a lot of resources. Ooh, we're expanding. Oh. Okay. So this is not a one base all in, and PatieNt is behind. He is behind. Going into 2x double reactor mass marine like this isn't really achieving anything is the problem. As the hallucination confirms that there is an expansion, confirms the mass marine, confirms that there are no upgrades. Because there's no upgrades, there's no timing ahead of us, and because we're expanding, there's no all in either. So this mass marine isn't doing much of anything. Maybe the best option here would be to move out across the map just to try to force a reaction, but the problem is that Gerald knows that he's not all in. Like, he saw the tech, he saw the expansion. Like, Gerald knows that he's safe. He knows that he's safe. Behind this, going into a 3-gate setup. Marines are moving out, but there's no bite behind this. I was letting him cook, Pappy. I was letting him cook, but it's gotta go back to the kitchen, Pappy. It does feel a little bit undercooked here as the Marines that he broke up. We have force fields to slice up the army to lock it down. The shield battery ensures that nothing dies to the Protoss, and oh, that's gonna be every Marine going down here. Brutal losses here for PatieNt. We're going for the proxy, and Gerald will punish. Lassie will punish. We'll chase PatieNt down. And I don't think PatieNt survives this. I'll be honest. So, because they're making their way in, they deny the bunker. Bunker is cancelled. There's a tank on the way. Blink is now done, which means we can just dive on the tank. And the tank will soon be revealed. There's a tank. Tank volley goes off. Boys are being pulled. Still waiting for extra stalkers. There's that hacker vision. Gerald will soon confirm how little there is. He sees the single tank. And he's going for it. He's going for the dive. Blinks in. 2 shots. Takes down the tank and will take down everything. And we'll focus it all down. Boys are being pulled, and Gerald, he has snowballed out of control. He's kiting back, being for the SCVs. Again, the opener was just very lackluster. I was leaning towards like 3 different things. It could have been 2x Reaper, it could have been a 3 or 4x 1 base all in, but it was 2x into expand. It was just a shaky build. GG gets caught, and Gerald, he will claim the series 2-0, advancing on to the quarterfinals. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations. We do make it through here to the quarterfinals. Congratulations to Gerald. A big shout out to PatieNt for competing here, of course. Again, more of an amateur player here, and I don't exactly know what happened in game 1, but here in game 2, got to see one of his own openers, it feels like, and again, a little bit rough around the edges, did fall behind early on as a result, and yeah, it was just a shaky follow-up there from PatieNt. With that, GG well played. Gerald, he will claim the series, and now we're getting into our next matchup. We're going to be getting into our next best of, specifically best of 3 quarterfinals. Bam! If you remember, Gerald, he already has an opponent waiting for him, and it's going to be quite a match as well. It's not going to be easy here. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back yourselves. Looks like we have some updates. A lot more, actually. We have Beyond versus Aatrox, currently mid-series. We have Middle VK waiting for the winner of Beyond and Aatrox. We have Gerald advancing on a face-off against Percival. That is going to be our next series. That's going to be a banger of a matchup as well. It's going to be a lot harder to call. The heavy hitters, they're facing off. The big names are signed to face off here in the quarterfinals. Scrolling down, Trigger is still mid-series against his current opponent, and of course we have a Nightmare taking down Dave Latos, we have a Shameless taking down Triple, and we have Nightmare versus Shameless in the quarterfinals as well. Oh boy. So best of luck to the 2 Protosses as they face off in a PvP, and we are going to be focusing our attention here on, of course, Gerald versus Percival leading into the semi-finals. Let's go.